You know, I might say a little something slick, but I'm not gonna go too far because I know these little young boys, they pulling up. You know what I'm saying? So, and I just think about like how I was coming up, and now this generation, they ain't playing.
Real life. If that shit ain't real life,
it ain't real life. Just say real life street stars. You know what time it is.
Man, it seems like a op now can be just a nigga that you got into it with on Facebook. What was a op really back in your day? What did you have to do to be a op?
You had to kill or shoot one of my family members, one of my homeboys or something. That's when that was like you, cause you right, cause like I could be on like a hobby on Instagram now. When certain people send me certain stuff, I be careful how I respond to them because I know the little youngsters wild and crazy out here, right? So I be like, some of them be hiding behind fake pages, some of them might be like, yeah, all right, well, whatever, beat it. You know, I might say a little something slick, but I'm not gonna go too far because I know the little young boys, they pulling up. You know what I'm saying? So, and I just think about like how I was coming up, and now this generation, they ain't playing, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, back then your op was somebody that pulled the trigger on one of your family. Like you say, right now, if we get into a staring match, oh, no, I don't like him no more. Yeah, it's up now. You know what I'm saying? Anybody a op now.
So, like back then, what would you do if could a situation be squashed? Like if nobody had died, could a situation be squashed?
Back then?
Yeah, back then. Let's just say the scenario is you get jumped in the club. But nobody died, nobody got poked up, but you got jumped in the club. Can we solve that amicably? Can we solve that amicably?
No. Oh, okay. No, y'all jumped me, man. And now y'all done beat me up. Then 9 times 10, if I fail, y'all put feet on me. Y'all just, y'all about to say, you got these females in there, they watching this stuff. You would embarrass me. No. Now if you jump one of the homies, one of my homeboys, and they feel like they want to let it go, we gonna rock with it, but we gonna be like, man, you down bad. The reason why I'm looking at it like,
how quick do you retaliate?
You gotta retaliate that same day.
Damn.
Man, that's back then, you know, you had to, because if you let stuff die down, they're gonna look at you like you soft. And the reason why, when you said, can you squash a beef if nobody was killed, I couldn't really answer it because I know a situation that these two projects had got into it, and this big dope boy stepped in, and he had the police to set the block, to cut off the block, and they met in the middle of the block. They talked it out. Man, one morning, early in the morning, they caught one of the dudes out this project, and they up and went to hand him out. Now, they just had a talk a few weeks ago, just over with, okay, squashed. But they like, man, we gonna kill him when we catch him. Yeah, it's over with to y'all, but so that's why I'm like, you know, people be doing some cutthroat, slimy stuff, so I can't answer that for everybody. Now, I can only answer for me. You know, now in this day and time, I am more forgiving. You know, that lengthy prison sentence that I did has gotten my mind right. So when people say stuff, and people be like, "Gangsta, you coward, you rat, you beat it," but listen, man, I don't want no pride. All right, cool. I don't want a pride meter. You know what I'm saying? Now, because I'm not in the streets no more. I don't tote a weapon. I don't have a weapon. So, and I always tell people this: if I was to get in the streets, say if I got into it with somebody, and I went at this person, it's 20 other people that I actually think when I was in prison that I was like, you know what? I want to go home and kill him, because he think he's slick. He got away with it. So I'm like, if I pick up the gun, I might as well go all out. So I'm gonna leave the gun where they at. And I'm gonna enjoy this life, man. I'm gonna enjoy the freedom I have, man. And that's why when I get into it with people, I let it be known, listen, man, this internet entertainment now. I do not want to take it to the streets, man. So leave me alone, man. Just keep it on the internet. You could cuss me out. You could disrespect me. If you could get through to my page, you say your little comment. If I don't like it, I'm gonna delete it. Get out of here, beat it.
Straight up.
You know. But other than that, I enjoy it though, man. I'm more forgiving now though, yeah.
So when you see like an NBA Youngboy and Fredo Bang squash their beef and put together like a drive for the kids, and then you see, I think it was G Money's sister comment like, "Oh, that's some weak shit," because she's still holding on to that. Like, what is your take on that?
I think that was big for hip hop for them to to do that. And it was big for the city of Baton Rouge, because you got two big dogs that was like, man, so none of the youngsters, because you got to keep in mind, you had people that were following Fredo Bang, you got people that following NBA.
Yeah.
So, Youngboy. So it's like to see them two big dogs, and the reason why I say that because when me and the guy was beefing, we met up in the joint, we took a picture, we sent it out, and they was shocked. It was like, whoa, these two hooked up, man. That's, so for to see that, that's big for the culture. And I understand the sister, because it's like, she was affected, right? So it's like, man, y'all, you weak, you squashing it, man, we still crying over here, we still suffering. So you gotta sympathize with her too. So it's like, we like this here for the people, but when these cameras going off, they still moaning over here. So,
But I mean, in the grand scheme, so many more people die if they just keep going. Like, we can be sad and we can mourn the loss of your brother, but how many more people have to die because them two won't get along?
I mean, you're right, I agree with that, but the problem is this, I understand what you're saying, more people could die, but we looking at it is, my brother dead now. Yeah. So I don't care nothing about, we looking at my family still, when we go to that bedroom or that kitchen table or that phone not ringing because he's gone now. So I'ma still, grieve for my family member, you know what I'm saying? So, and we be selfish in a lot of situations, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, I'm just happy that I could be on the sideline and chime in sometime, but I noticed, like, bro, just about every time somebody asked me a question, I chimed in, the person didn't like my answer and they just attacked me.
That's how I go. Goddamn, that's how I go. But we also hear, because, you got them stories that for the young man who needs to avoid prison, avoid doing any kind of wrongdoing, you got them stories that will probably get to that young man's mind. And we want to go through a couple of those, man, and just touch base with you because, again... Shout
out Reallyfe Street Stars, nigga. Move it.